Welcome to Smash Garage, and today we are working again on BMW. Once I fixed thermostat, I went for test drive. It works nicely, but new code showed up and it's really big one. It's probably intake camshaft sensor, which is causing lots of trouble running the car, and because of that I just hurried to get a new one. I did not go with OEM, those are pretty expensive, so I went with really cheap one. So we will see if it was good choice or not. So this is the sensor I went with. Here you can see part number, and it looks like this. Usual sensor. And I actually bought OEM O-ring, BMW OEM O-ring. I don't want this to leak, and it was pretty cheap. It was like $2, so I just went with it. The sensor itself is located right underneath this one solenoid behind this tube as well. So we will need to remove oil cap, this solenoid and this hose just to get to our sensor. You will need 32mm wrench on this solenoid and 19mm on this bolt which holds this line. Usual 36mm on oil cap. You want to use some rag or old piece of clothing because there is oil inside and you don't want to spill it. Also, one more tip, don't work on hot engine like me. Sadly, I don't have time to let it cool down. And on this bolt there are two washers, so be sure to not lose those. As you can see, one washer and the other one is on the bottom. Now you can just squeeze top of these and take out this CC valve hose, CCV system. Now we can take out oil filter cap. Okay. Now you should have room to use your wrench just to get it loose. I just bought this one just for this occasion, and of course don't be stupid like me and disconnect. You want to disconnect your solenoid. Here is connector, so you want to disconnect that before you start unscrewing this. That's hot. And there is O-ring on it, so you don't want to damage it. Now we can see the sensor itself. To remove sensor itself, you want to use this 5mm, I don't know how to call it. I just realized that we need to actually remove airbox and well, yeah, just airbox to disconnect the actual sensor. Yeah, okay. Okay, and here is our sensor with the O-ring out. So let's remove the airbox so we can disconnect it. Once you remove your airbox, you want to look for connector all the way down here with the same type of cable going through there. we have our sensor out. Looks like it's... Oh, the new one is actually just a bit shorter. Here we have comparison between new and old. The new one has different shape, as you can see. I hope that's not gonna be a problem. I'm gonna swap this O-ring, as I said, for the OEM one. It's a little bit darker. Okay, that's ready to go. Let's go install it. That's your plug. Oh, jealous. I just break this hose. For me it doesn't matter because I'll be replacing it very soon. Now we can put the airbox back inside and you should be done. So I got airbox back together, and I used a little bit of duct tape on this hose. I mean, I only need to ride this car tomorrow, and then in 2-3 days I'll be replacing this whole system. So I don't really care about this that much, but if you are not replacing, be careful. If it's old, it's very brutal and it will crack on you. So I guess the only thing left is to erase error codes and go for drive.